Welcome back everybody, JX here. We're gonna do something different, little different. I know everybody loves to say that, we're just a little different here, but what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna do 200 ticket pulls, but as I'm pulling them, any SSR I actually pull, I'm going to let you know if it's worth keeping or not for the future of Global, because it might do a little bit more than just saying, oh, it's an SSR, I don't know if it's good or not. So, for these 200 tickets, I'm gonna try to help us out a little bit. See, the key here is, we have to pull SSRs. But I believe in me. And we already have a rainbow bye guys from the start. Shatter. Oh yeah. Alright, let's see what we start with. Alright, Janemba. If you don't know already, you want to keep Janemba. He is one of the strongest defensive characters in the game, even in Japan. He has not been outclassed yet. So, if you pull a Janemba, keep him. Strength Trunks. Ah, great timing. Super Saiyan 2 Strength Trunks. He works pretty decently well right now with Super Saiyan 4 Goku in terms of having a team that will help support other strength units. So as a support unit, he's good. On his own, he's okay. So if you pull him, he's a card you should keep. Chi-Chi, not so much. Alright. SSR's at the start, see? I have the Leprechaun look. And as I say that, this has to be bye guys though. No. Alright, so this is gonna be a trash bowl. Let's get past this. And no one got time for ours. Alright. Well, maybe this will be a bye guys again. Nope. Alright, well we're skipping past that one too. This will be an easy 200 tickets at this rate. Alright. Give me some more of them juicy SSIs. Gotta make our global future a little brighter. Alright. Nana Shmata. There we go. There we go. All the colors and the rainbows and everybody's space pods. It always makes it feel good. Just gotta get something for it. Okay, here we go. Kid Goku Giant Ape. This version of the Kid Goku Giant Ape actually is not that great. He was one of the very first great apes that came out alongside Vegeta, and unfortunately, he suffers from quite a few problems and lackluster links. The Kid Goku ape that you see me using as my YouTube banner, and as the one you can pull from the Dragon Ball banner, that is actually an incredible Kid Goku, but this one, not so much. So if you pull him, don't expect to be using him too much. There we go. That's looking pretty. Yeah, Super Saiyan 3. Well, that'll guarantee it. Alright. Tech Cell. He was the second Dokkanfest released in the game. He actually is good under the pretense that his passive, for every orb he collects, he gains attack and defense, which makes him still a good defensive and blocker character because practically no other characters have it. It's typically only attack gain per, or it's just attack gain, I cannot talk, attack gain per orb rather than attack and defense. So the fact that he has that stacked on the defense makes him pretty decent in terms of blocking. It's just there aren't too many tech teams or monotechs that use him right now, but he still has his place. He's just been outclassed quite a bit. Alright. Moving right along. Well, and now we have the very first ever Dokkanfest It's Strength Broly. A lot of you will probably know what he does, but if you don't, he does an AoE on his ult. Sadly, there are a lot of people who do the AoE he does better. Almost exclusively Maz Vegeta is him, just much better. And I'm not talking about the agility one in Japan, I mean the tech one that's out in global right now as well. He's good if you need an AoE type at all, but he's not really worth going crazy for anymore, and he hasn't been for a while. But if you pull him, congrats. He just doesn't really have much of a use. Alright, what do we got now? Up. I skipped over him too fast. I'll go back to him in a second. Alright, that's actually good that that's Reddit's, because this is an exception to the rule. Now, of the great apes that came out, I mentioned that Goku wasn't that great. This one was pretty decent, because if you look at his leader skill, this was during a time when Gogeta was still kind of like the top dog, so you can still gain Kai +3 when HP is above 50%. But as with Goku, and you see all the links here, they're not that great. But if you need like a Kai leader, he still works in that sense, and also that rare chance of going ape, so he's a little better in that sense. Nothing. Nope. Big nope. And double big nope. Alright. Get that out of there. I'm doing these tickets quite a lot on multiple accounts. I've noticed that the rates really aren't that bad for these right now. I mean, you just get sort of pretty much almost all SSRs in the game, but like, it's not so bad right now in global. Except for polls like this. That's just depressing. Nobody wants to have that happen. Rainbow Super Saiyan, but there's no guarantee with just that. We'll see. What does the Fortune Ball have for us? And if it's cool though, I don't want it. Or Nail. Alright, here's another. This is the Tech Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. And Gogeta. I will actually go for both of them here in the screen. It's easier that way. So okay, the deal with this Tech Vegeta is he's the partner to the other Goku. A long time ago, when the Return of Frieza came along, there was a Tech Goku that was released and a Phi Vegeta that was released. These two are the opposites of them now. Now there's a Tech Vegeta and a Phi Goku that were both released. They work in tangent, and they're both to be used as nukers. As you can see, Tech Vegeta here, attack +15 per Tech Kai orb, or whatever, key orb retained. Because of that, that makes him the Tech Nuke. And I cannot talk. The Tech Nuke Orper. The problem is nuking hasn't really been relevant in quite some time, so he kind of falls flat in there. And Gogeta, yes, you want to keep Gogeta. Even if you have him or not, with the release of the dupe system, he is one of the strongest cards right now to be feeding him into dupes, so any Gogeta you get is a blessing. And moving right along. I'm saying 3, so we'll get something good again. Well, good. As good as it can get. Oh, it's right at tape again. And Ultimate Gohan Int. The Dokkanfest cards, he's pretty lackluster. The deal with Ultimate Gohan and what makes him okay-ish, just because he's supposed to be the pullable good one, so you want him, is what he does is he basically ults early. So you only need to hit about 8 key, and he'll just gain the rest of it automatically, and then ult. Which back during the time was good, but there are many cards that do that now. And in terms of int, there are better int cards than him. But As a Dokkan exclusive card, he still has his worth. You really gotta kind of work on his dupe path. You gotta make him stronger yourself. He's a bit more work than it's really worth. Alright. Through. Below. Alright. Easy peasy on that one. Ah, here we go. Metal Rildo. He's actually very good on strength focused mono teams just because of the nature of his massive defense gain and the fact that mono strength ups his HP and defense makes him incredible. So he's actually very good on mono strength currently with Omega. Still kind of okay when Super Saiyan 4 Goku comes out, but since it's more hero based then, he kind of loses that flair. But for now, if you pull him and you're focusing on a mono strength, he's a great addition. Alright, look at the rest. Beatus. More Frieza. Alright. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright. Moving into our next round. Guldo, Boot Tanks. I'll actually stop on that Boot Tanks. Just pretend that this Boot Tank's on the screen right now. That Boot Tanks, he has been upgraded. That's right, because Ultimate Gohan came out in Global. Just because the nature of his ult, allowing you to seal the enemy's ults, and he can transform to ER being based on a UR strength team. Sort of like with Metal Rildo, he actually makes a very good filler for mono strength right now. So if you need like an ult sealer or someone who can just kind of fill a slot but may not do that much damage, he's great for that. And speaking again of more strength, this Beerus is good under the sense that you have his passive activate. So let's say you have an SA-10 this Beerus and he's been Dokkened into his further form. This Beerus can do some phenomenal damage. You just kind of have to hope that his passive activates. So, in terms of that Beerus, I would rank him more like a average. Not the best, but not the worst. There's certainly worse strength cards than him. Alright. Holy Poly, 17. Ginyu. Goten. Alright. We got a breeze through pull. That looks like that might have been 7 pods, so we might get another SSR here. Trunks, Krillin, Guldo, Wiccolo. Alright, I lied. And Gohan. There we go. Base Rainbow Duo, so this ensures a buy, guys, so we'll see an SSR here. Alright, now this is something I can actually... Full Power Frieza is one of the strongest, like, Dokkan exclusive cards. He's not a god card himself, but the fact that Cooler comes out soon, and just how much damage he can do with SA-10 in a full dupe path, it's one of the second to third highest amount of damage currently in the game. It's incredible how much damage this Frieza can do, so if you see him a lot and you're tired of seeing him, don't fret too much, because if you can max out his dupe path, the current Frieza I use in Japan does more damage than practically 90% of my cards. It's incredible. So if you see the Full Power Frieza, consider yourself lucky, because he's one of the few that didn't really get outdated with all the current cards coming out. And it's mostly, thankfully, due to his passive. Most cards that get that, they do plus 80, plus 90% damage on super attack or equivalent, tend to do very good. And also, he has the same multiplier as Gogeta, which used to be Transcendental, or however we used to pronounce it, but one of the highest SA multipliers in the game. Alright. We got about 105 tickets left. I'll do 5 more for this video, and I'll do the next 100 the next one. Just because I've only been doing this for about 17 minutes right now, and it's kind of a pain. Alright, end on something pretty. It's not Nappa, or Vegeta, or Shisami. Yeah, one nice thing about Global is I can actually read the names now, isn't that great? Well, I'll do the remaining 100 tickets in the next video, we'll go over whatever cards then. And if there's any cards you actually are curious about in Global that you have, if you're not sure if they're good or not, if they're bad, feel free to ask me. I have almost encyclopedic knowledge of too many cards in this game. It's just a sign that we've been playing this for far too long. But, until then, I will see you next time. Take it easy now.